Hello, everyone. Welcome back to MV UK. Nice to have your company again. So remember, the ethos of the channel is to report to you the things that the mainstream media, the MSN, are not telling you, or some little snippets that you might have missed along the way that everyone else didn't pick up. Who knows? But it's some stuff out there that's important for you to know and to understand what's happening, because it's not all bad. Believe it or not, no, there's some people out there fighting in our corner and trying to get our perspective, our voice heard and over the line. So here, join me for a second. Here's a piece that I saw a couple of days ago. I just thought I'll bring it over. We'll have a look at it together and see what you think. So at any time through the video, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification, that sort of thing. And do let me know in the comments as we go along here what you think of any of the following questions. Here we go.
People want answers. So I'm going to ask questions of the Labour Party, and several of them. Will the government commit to urgently deporting all guilty foreign nationals involved, including family members who were aware of the crimes and therefore complicit? Wives, sisters, mothers, cousins, if they knew and said nothing.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? So that's going for the wider family, not just the culprit who might rule with an iron fist within a certain family unit. This is going, no, everyone who might be in university, kids, the cousins, the lot, out. So he's making some strong language here. I mean, what do you think of this? Let's carry on.
These individuals are just as guilty as the rapists themselves. Will the government commit to stripping citizenship from dual nationals implicated and deport them as well? Race or religion must protect nobody. Will the government commit to pausing all Pakistani visas and foreign aid into the country until the Pakistani government agrees to accept any of its deported citizens that have perpetrated these crimes on British soil?
Now, that's very interesting as well, because what happens in a lot of these cases when these cases get to court is the perpetrator will denounce their dual nationality, therefore assuming that we won't deport them somewhere where they're not a citizen. It's a cheap trick, but that's what it's referring to.
And also imprisons these rapists and their accomplices in Pakistan, however they see fit.
Yeah.
Will the government undertake a full investigation into officials who had knowledge of these crimes yet failed to act? Yes. Establish a specified task force to root out this wicked evil. Don't just fire these vile individuals, prosecute them. How many girls are estimated to have been raped? Is there a tally for the overall number of rapes? Horrifyingly, it may well be in the millions.
I hope not.
We just don't know. How many vulnerable young girls are estimated to still be involved in these gangs? If there is no estimate figure, why not? Will a regular update be published detailing ongoing prosecutions and sentencing?
That is what they're scared petrified of. Exactly that there. There's no figures. There's no interlocking figures between towns, cities, and recorded events. So that's the thing, because this has not been connected to dots, because the National Inquiry has been voted against, the public inquiry has been voted against. We've got a situation now where this is going to continue because nothing's getting done. He's saying now, if there's a public inquiry, those officials, be it in government, be it in council, be it in police, be it in social services, who all covered this up in the name of political correctness and the worry of offending somebody over this. This is criminal. This is the worst heinous thing you could ever do in your life. And we're having to ask if we can ask these questions. Anyway, keep going, Rupert.
Will the government publish a full nationality breakdown of those convicted for such offences, along with the location of their crimes? How many known foreign rapists per town, per region? Will they publish a breakdown of the immigration status of those involved? On what grounds were they in the UK? Do they have previous convictions? How many foreign nationals found guilty have been released but not deported? And how many reoffences? I'm going to carry on if that's right.
Sorry, I just had to stop this there. This lady here, you can see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Now, forgive me, I don't know her name, so I apologise if she sees this. I do apologise. I don't know your name. But why do you want it to give way? Are these questions uncomfortable for you? These should be questions that we shouldn't even have to ask these questions in our own country. What the hell is going on here? And why are you stopping him? Why are you getting in the way? Is this a little bit awkward? Are you covering up things? Let's continue.
How many reoffences have occurred since release? How many of these monsters are walking on the same streets as the girls they raped and abused? One report suggested a victim had come face to face with her rapist in the supermarket. Is the government comfortable with that? How many of the foreign rapists are in receipt of any form of state benefit?
They keep interrupting him. They don't want him to say. They don't want him to say these questions. They are so scared. Listen to them all. I'll share some statistics with you after we've finished watching it. Let's continue.
Carry on, that's right. How many released currently receive any state benefit? How many children have been born following a rape from these men? How many have been given access to the child against the mother's wishes? And how many have used the child as a route to remain in the UK? Will the government commit to preventing this in future? How many deportations have been blocked due to the rapist's right to a family life or other ECHR influences? Will the government set up a dedicated, confidential and accessible official process for whistleblowers to safely raise their concerns regarding foreign rape gangs, ensuring it is safe, secure and easy to find? Will the government release all court transcripts relating to these cases so the British people can understand just part of the horror for themselves? How many of these documents have been hidden due to the cost of release? This should not be an obstacle to transparency on these trials. Will lifelong sentences now be considered for those British citizens involved in the crimes, but also those in positions of power who acted to cover up the scale of the abuse? Which politicians, local and national, had knowledge of these events but failed to act? Again, going as far as to actively conceal what was truly happening. These are the facts that the British people want to know.
We must know. We must know. We have to know. How can we get to the bottom of the rot if we don't know how deep the rot goes?
The British people deserve to know.
Yes.
All of these questions have also been submitted in written form, and I look forward to receiving open and transparent answers.
Okay, let's go.
The mass rape of young white working class girls by gangs of Pakistani rapists is a rotting stain on our nation.
Yes.
This is not about Elon Musk. This is not a bandwagon of the far right. This is about the victims and ensuring swift and brutal justice is delivered to those demons responsible. It is about distinguishing between right and wrong.
From Rupert's own mouth, the questions that he'd asked, I'd lost count. I'd noted over 35 important questions there. But the thing that I find the most discerning is that 8 times he was interrupted to be taken over by people who were not comfortable in those chambers, listening to those questions that shouldn't be asked because activity shouldn't be happening. Or why is it happening? I'll tell you why it's happening, because there's a cover-up of epic proportions and it goes right up to the top table, right up there to two-tier Kia. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave you there. I'll see you on the next one. I don't know if you saw this clip from Rupert Lowe of Reform Party, but well worth a share and a breakdown of what it means. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Until then, take care, stay safe.